I don't think I've ever met one fighter who wasn't, respectful or take this seriously. Being as a manager at an MMA school, I have some guys walk in, oh, I want to be a UFC fighter. I watched it on TV, and you put them through a hard workout and you never see them again. It's always the ones that know how to grind through a workout and, have a realistic goal and they're dedicated. You have to be so self-disciplined to be a fighter, or to be in anything really, but I think especially a fighter. I've never met a fighter who isn't approachable, isn't respectable, just take it really seriously. We gotta remember it's a martial art first before it's, just a sport, and I think a lot of the Houston fighters really take that into consideration. I've been doing martial arts since I was about 6 years old, but I really got into MMA about 3 years ago. All right, so again, 1, 2, 1, 2, duck, 2, 2. All right, move around. That was 1. I started actually at Death Row MMA in Huntsville, and then once Legacy started to grow, I trained with a guy named Lance Schultz, STS training, and then I moved to Houston and I've been with Team Took since. Brazilian Jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai are my main focus right now. I'm still at the amateur level. I just got my blue belt about 6 months ago, so really trying to compete more in Jiu-jitsu. I've had a Legacy amateur fight, so eventually I plan to turn pro and see where that takes me. First time I stepped into an MMA ring, probably about 2.5 years ago or so. It was my first MMA smoker, and it was small. It was in a barn. The MMA scene wasn't what it is now. So I was kind of one of the first females to actually get in there, and then took a break. I went into the military and then started training with Team Took. So it was really nerve-wracking to step in the cage. We had shin pads on, but we still had 4-ounce gloves. Actually I knocked the girl out in like 1 minute and 40 seconds. So I guess my cage experience wasn't too long, but it was awesome. I knew that's what I wanted to do, just getting the adrenaline and the crowd going and everything like that. My first jiu-jitsu tournament, I had only been training in the gi for about 3 months, and me and my fiance decided to see where our skills were, so we signed up for the tournament, and I actually got 3rd and 2nd, so I was like, okay, I can do this. So I didn't get tapped out. That was my goal, was to not get tapped out. Training at Worlds was a totally different experience. It's just such high caliber competition and people from everywhere. It was very nerve-wracking, but once you're on the mat and you touch hands, you just kind of zone out, and so I really liked it. I think I liked training for Worlds more than I liked actually being in that competition. As a coach, I really like to drill more, just instilling that confidence in my class. As a coach, you have people from different backgrounds, and some people come in just because they want to get in shape. Some people want to go to the UFC, so it's really hard to find that middle ground for an entire class, And we average about 40 people a class, so I think just, trying to instill in them good technique, learning how to defend themselves, having a great workout, but leaving the gym with their head tall and knowing that if they needed to defend themselves, that they could, or if they needed to run away, they're in shape to run away. Taking an MMA class and training for a fight are two different things. It's just as mentally tough as it is physically tough. People training for a fight, they're fighting, fighting with stronger people to get them ready. They're training 2 to 3 times a day versus just 1 hour class, So you got to really dig deep if that's what you want to do. Get with your coach or get with a really good school that'll, lead you that path. We actually have a really good system at Team Took. Somebody walks into our door, they start off as an essential, so we're going to teach them the basic moves, how to punch, how to kick, make sure their cardio's in shape. After a few months, when we think they have the technique down, we move them up to our gold team, which is a little bit higher level training. From there, if they're interested in competing, we try to put them in events like smokers, see how they're doing with all the Team Took coaches, and then they go into our amateur level and start training at the main academy, start training at Houston Muay Thai, and there's kind of all the coaches and fighters come together from all our affiliations and just try to build that fighter up and progress. We have a few affiliations. The Cypress location, Miguel Castro and Jose Yanis are the head coaches there. And then we also have the main location where Professor Travis is, so a lot of the fighters go there to do their training. And then Michael Corley, who's our Muay Thai instructor, he's at Houston Muay Thai, so we also go over there to train with him as well. Grindhouse is my new baby. I just became a business owner as of, I guess, a month ago. I've been personal training people since I was, I guess, around 18, right when I graduated college. I had a professor that had a gym, and I approached him one day and asked him if he could teach me how to personal train, and I fell in love with it. I used to be overweight, so fitness is a really big part of my life, and I always wanted to just have my own facility where people can walk in. It doesn't matter how good a shape, how bad a shape you're in, you can just walk in, have a great workout, and walk out feeling good. So I actually used to work here as a CrossFit instructor. And just turns out we purchased it. So now I own the place, and now I have an awesome set of coaches and an awesome group of members, and it's great. Anyone who's trying to fight, you know, whether it be Jiu-jitsu, you need more mobility, more flexibility, more core strength. Muay Thai, kickboxing, you want more power, more strength and conditioning type workouts. You know, really cross-training in some kind of facility, whether it be CrossFit or strength and conditioning, it's going to be great for your game and great for your career. You know, and that's why I really like CrossFit. You know, you hear the bad things about it and this and that, but with our high-level coaches, you know, I'm not worried about injuries. You know, we've all had our degrees in it, we've all been doing it for years, and we really know how to program correctly for somebody who's interested in whether it be fighting or someone just coming off the couch. You know, it's a great workout. I really think martial arts has given me that real self-discipline and that confidence to just be able to tackle any goal that I want. You know, I'm really type A, I'm really goal-oriented, and I think if I didn't have that self-discipline and that respect for others, that I wouldn't be able to accomplish things that I have just being 26. I wish I could make everybody understand that it's more than just a physical sport. You know, it really teaches you the value of, you know, just the value of life. Just really, you know, build character. I'd really like to be a Team Took black belt eventually. You know, so as far as my training will take me, you know, my coach Miguel Castro, him and I are really close. So maybe he'll pass the torch on to me someday with the Cypress location, but right now I really like building the Grindhouse and really like just being part of the team at Team Took right now. I'd like to thank all my coaches, Professor Travis, Coach Jose, Coach Miguel, Coach Jace, Crew Bob, and Coach Michael Corley. You know, they've really helped me, you know, not just be a better fighter, but be a better person and really push me to that next level in everything I do.